Hello everyone, myself Dr. Ajit More, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, KTHM College, Nasik. I welcome you all to the class of FY BCom Semester 1. I will be teaching you the subject of Marketing and Salesmanship, also known as Fundamentals of Marketing. In this very first lecture, we will begin with the objectives of this course. So let's see what is the first objective. The objective behind studying this subject is to introduce the basic concepts in marketing. As you know, this is completely a new subject. So that is why before beginning the first chapter, we should understand what is the basic concept of marketing. Second objective is to give the insight of the basic knowledge of market segmentation and marketing mix. So these two concepts, that is market segmentation and marketing mix, which are important part of any marketing activity, those two things we will be studying. Third is to impart knowledge on product and price mix. Again, as you know, product and price, these are two important components of every business. That is why we will be getting knowledge about what is product mix and what is price mix. Fourth objective is to establish link between commerce, business and marketing. The fifth objective is to understand the segmentation of markets and marketing mix. And the last objective is to enable students to apply this knowledge in practicality by enhancing their skills in the field of marketing. So by considering all these objectives, we will begin with the first chapter. So your first chapter, that is unit 1, is Introduction to Market and Marketing. In the chapter, first we will see meaning and definition of market. Then we will talk about classification of markets. Then we will see 1.3 is marketing concept, that is we will talk about traditional marketing and modern marketing. 1.4 is importance of marketing. So here we will talk about various importance of marketing. For example, importance to the manufacturer or importance to the consumers. 1.5 is functions of marketing. So here we will be studying in detail various functions of marketing such as buying, selling, assembling, storage, transportation, standardization, grading, branding, advertising, packaging, risk bearing, insurance, marketing finance, market research and marketing information. So all these functions we will study one by one when we will begin with the chapter. And the last point in your first chapter is selling versus marketing. So here we will be talking about how selling is different than marketing. So let's begin with the first point, that is meaning and definition of market. The word market has been derived from the Latin word marketus, which means trade or place of trade. Examples are there about market. So as you know, there are markets such as cloth market, fish market, grain market, etc. So basically, market is a place of purchasing and selling. As we have written in the first line, where it is mentioned that the word market is derived from the Latin word marketus, which means trade or place of trade. So as you know, trade means buying and selling, or trading involves buying and selling. So that is why wherever buying and selling is taking place, that place can be referred as market. Let's see the definition, which is as per Philip Kotler. A market consists of all the potential customers sharing a particular need or ones who might be willing and able to engage in exchange to satisfy that need or want. So as mentioned in the definition, market includes first of all potential customers, that is customer who want to buy something, sharing a particular need, and they have a particular need for which they need to buy a product. And again there are ones who might be willing and able to engage in exchange. Exchange means buying and selling, so that their want will be satisfied. The term market has traditionally been used to describe a place where buyers and sellers gather to exchange goods and services. So the size of the market depends upon the number of persons who have these unsatisfied needs and are potentially capable of doing the exchange. So here you must have understand how the word market is derived and what is the meaning and definition of the market. Now we will see the second point, that is classification of market. As you can see, markets are classified into various categories based on various criteria. So first is classification according to position of sellers. In that, first is primary market. The agricultural or industrial goods are sold by the producer to some middlemen like wholesaler, and this is called as primary market. The secondary market is the market where middlemen like wholesalers sell the goods to another group of middlemen which are called as retailers. And the terminal market is the market where ultimately the goods are sold in the form of products to the actual consumers. So these are first three markets based on the position of the seller. Second criteria is classification according to volume of business transacted. In that, number one is retail market. Now retail market is a market where goods are sold in small quantities directly to the users or consumers in consumer market. The consumer gets the goods for consumption and not for profit making. Second is the wholesale market. Now in wholesale market, goods are supplied in bulk quantities to the dealers. That is, in large quantity goods are supplied. And third one is industrial market. Now this is the market where goods are brought again in bulk quantity, either for consuming or for reproducing the process. Next is classification according to geographical areas. So number one is local market. A local market has a very limited area and generally for perishable daily necessary goods like fish and vegetable. Second, regional market. This is the market that covers a particular region of a country. Such regional classification is found in a large country. India, for example, is divided into 4 regions: East, West, North, South. Third is national market. For certain type of commodities, a country may be regarded as a market. Through the fast development of industrialization, it is called as national market. In the present decade, almost all the products have the national markets because the markets are widened or they are spread over a large geographical area. Fourth is international market. World or international market comes up when buyers and sellers of goods evolve on world level. That is, involvement of buyers and sellers beyond the boundaries of a nation. Next is classification on the basis of nature and degree of competition. So first is perfect market. Now a market becomes perfect market when it fulfills some condition. First is there are large number of sellers and buyers. The product of the seller are identical. Each seller has equal access to the factors of production, and last is each buyer and seller has perfect knowledge about the market. When all these conditions are fulfilled, that market is perfect market. And second is imperfect market. So when one or more of the above condition are absent, then the market is imperfect. Next is classification on the basis of regulation. So when we are talking about regulation, we have two markets, regulated and unregulated. Regulated means the market that is controlled by the government, or market on which there is a overview or oversight by the government authority, for example stock market. And second is unregulated market, that is the market that is absolutely free market. There is no oversight or regulation. Then next is classification on the basis of nature of transaction. So again two markets are there. First is spot market. Now in such market goods are exchanged and the physical delivery of goods take place immediately. And second is future market. In such market contracts are made over the price for future delivery. The dealing and settlement take place on different dates. So here we have talked about the classification of market on the basis of various criterias. Thank you.